You have gas?
Here we are. The TMI show is back. It is Halloween. Oh my God. We are loaded up with sound effects today.
It's awesome.
Oh my God.
I love it.
Let's bring our special guests in. I am so freaking excited. We both have Wood here.
Super wood.
From The Walking Dead. Two walkers have starred in multiple, well, not starred, but they've been a very, very important part of multiple episodes. We have Anthony Ronaldo and William Hart. Oh my God, look at them. Now that's zombie makeup.
Yeah.
Wow. Welcome to the show, guys. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. Great job on the makeup.
This isn't makeup. We got jumped outside in the parking lot. I came dressed as Aquaman.
Oh, no.
I don't know what he's talking about. I got T-boned. It doesn't really hurt so much over here, but right in this general area.
I hope you got the...
Right here.
Did you get the license plate of that thing, the car that hit you?
I was too busy bouncing off the pavement.
But I did see a Romney bumper sticker on it.
Oh, no. Yeah, those people don't care. Well, welcome to the show. I want to hear, like, okay, you've been on the show multiple times. What's your relationship to zombies, zombie movies? You have the graphic novels of The Walking Dead. Tell us what your experience is, your history.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go first, Anthony.
Well, I really got into zombies. I went to art school in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And basically, if you're not into zombies there, I mean, you will be converting into zombies there.
Okay.
I mean, with
So
George Romero. And
most art students are into the zombie.
well, if you're from Pittsburgh.
Oh, Pittsburgh, it's a big zombie town?
Well, that's where the original Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead were filmed.
Oh,
Yeah, but who wants to be in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, nobody likes Pittsburgh.
Oh.
If you're listening from Pittsburgh, oh, wait a minute. You're a Steelers fan. I know that.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
we
that's
just lost
right.
our Pittsburgh fans.
Yes.
And I'm a Cardinals fan. I'm still mad at you.
You're the first Cardinals fan I've ever met, I think.
Congratulations. I'll probably be the last.
I was about to say something along those lines as why?
Yeah,
I know.
I'm just a big Cardinals.
I thought Cardinals was a baseball team. Who even knew they had football?
You're a
They
fan
don't.
of disappointment?
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Can we get back to the zombie conversation?
Sorry. Justin doesn't do sports.
We don't
so-
do sports on the TMI show. I want to get back to zombies
All right,
and walkers. Sheesh. Okay, so now I lost my train of thought. So great. What I was saying was that I actually don't have a lot of experience with those older type of zombie movies.
Really?
Yeah, I've never actually seen the older ones.
You know what you're missing.
You know what? I don't even like horror movies. I don't like scary movies. You guys like them? You like
Oh, yeah.
They're best.
really?
You know, it depends. I kind of like the older style of horror movies where there was a clear issue rather than some of the psychological gore fests that go on now. Like Saw.
Yeah.
All right, the first
Yeah.
one was clever and creative, but the other 9...
Oh my God!
It's just the
There's
media.
been about
media.
that, haven't there?
It's just media and money. That's the
Yeah.
only reason why they pumped out more.
I've never been a fan of slasher movies because to me it's just no fun to just see people chased and killed. I mean, at least with zombie movies, there is an overall world problem going on, and you see people dealing with it. So the only kind of scary movies I watch actually.
So have you seen the original Night of the Living Dead?
I've not. I know.
Go home and watch it.
I needed
tonight.
to prepare for this interview. I didn't have enough time. But basically, I think my zombie movie started with like I feel embarrassed to say this, but like Resident Evil, and I'm trying to think what was before that. Anything before Resident Evil?
28 days later.
28 Days Later was pretty good.
I wasn't a fan of that.
They're not
one.
really
They're
zombies.
Not zombies.
No.
They're
they don't
infected
have to
people.
die.
Infected.
They have a rage virus.
Oh, you said infected. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Rage virus. Yeah, you should
You're
really
not like
check
you.
out Romero. He was way ahead
Get
of
on
his
mic. Get
time.
on mic.
You should really check out Romero. He was way ahead of his time.
Yeah.
And back in that time, they were usually depicting the zombies as predominantly black people, and he
Really?
made this switch where both white people and black people were zombies, and in the end, his survivor was a black man. He was the first one,
Really?
first man of the kind to in the genre to take it to where it is now.
Right.
and you've got to respect him for it.
Do you think that's a racial thing? Like they were making black people the zombies?
Well, he was trying to. It was 1968, and he was trying to make a statement.
It's like a racial statement.
With Dawn of the Dead. He attacked not attacked, but confronted. They're in the mall, and it's like consumerism and stuff with the mass media and people going to the
mall. So there's deeper messages in these movies, not just people trying to escape being bitten and eaten and turning.
In Romero movies, yes.
Okay, let's get back to The Walking Dead specifically. How did you get involved with their production?
I got in quite by chance. I had left my philosophy class. I'm pretty sure my professor was hungover. We came in. He was like, "All right, just take the test and whatever, go."
Right.
And so it was like a 10-minute test. We walked out, and I looked on my Facebook. I've got some casting groups up there, and I saw a rush post, sent my message in, and got an email as soon as my English professor got up to lecture, and so I said, "Later, dude. I'll not be here for a while."
Did you have any knowledge of The Walking Dead, the graphic novel, before that?
I did not. I've since read up to volume 3 on my iPad.
Yeah.
But I had not been aware of the graphic novel beforehand.
Now, Anthony, your experience is different. You knew all about this, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I was a huge fan. In fact, I was still living in New York at the time, and my girlfriend was down here. And I was like, okay, you got to watch The Walking Dead. It takes place in Atlanta. I don't know if it really films there, but it takes place in Atlanta. Then I was actually here Halloween 2 years ago, visiting her.
Right, that's when it premiered.
We watched the premiere.
Actually, the second year anniversary of its initial premiere.
Happy birthday, Walking Dead.
Exactly. They broke records. They really broke records then. They break them now. So you knew about the graphic novel, and then you happened to be here?
Well, I was a huge fan. I knew about the novel. I moved here then in February of 2011 and bounced around from a couple temp jobs. And I saw a posting looking for extras for the Three Stooges movie.
Yes.
They were looking for...
I saw that too.
Yes.
I tried to watch that movie. Did you try to watch the movie?
Yeah, we made it.
I made about 20 minutes in. It just
very disappointing.
Did not work for me.
I wasn't even gonna try.
Yeah, I didn't even venture because it was just gonna be a bust anyway.
The way I figured is the Stooges weren't all that great back then. Why would they be even better now?
Well, the thing is, it doesn't work to put the Three Stooges from the 30s and 40s in modern times.
Yeah.
It just is not. It's just odd. Now, the physical humor in the movie, what I saw of it was good, but the whole world just did not work for me, and I shut it off. And I feel bad, but
you want another one?
But okay, now
the best part of that was there was a Walker guy, Larry Mainland. He played the guy that was in the suit, the body cast up against the wall. I don't know if you you probably didn't make it that far.
I didn't make it that far.
That was probably the best part of the movie.
Really, I have to go watch it again. But getting back to The Walking Dead, I've actually done some extra work, and most people look down on extra work because basically you're such in the background and blurry that it's almost not worth it. So at least the extra work on The Walking Dead, you're actually so important to the scene. You're not just furniture, because without the zombies there, it's just a bunch of starving people and dirty people just looking to find their next meal. But isn't it? I mean, you actually were one of the most premiered zombies I've seen, because you got to feast on Herschel's leg in the first episode.
Yeah, that was the season premiere.
Yeah. Now, how does his leg taste? Is it like chicken? Is it like barbecue chicken?
Actually, it tastes suspiciously like if you would cover pantyhose in molasses and just
because the fake blood is like a syrup, right? A
very,
red syrup.
Very sticky, syrupy,
it got all over you.
Sugary. Yeah.
How long is it?
It was pretty bad.
That's a quick little sequence where it's basically a fake leg. They pass over you and you take a grab of it.
It was done in multiple different takes. When I grab and actually bite in, that's his actual leg. And so I was literally biting his pants, which...
What's the actor's name?
Yeah,
I don't even
exactly.
know.
That's I don't know how dirty these pants are.
Exactly.
Oh, was the actor? What's his? I don't know Herschel's actor.
Scott.
Scott. How is he? How is he with that?
Oh, he is super nice.
Nice guy?
He is a very nice guy.
He wasn't like a watch your teeth, son. You're biting too hard.
Everyone on that set is super cool. I mean, very down to earth. Everyone's very nice.
Good. I would hope so.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And so what else? Anything else that happened that was weird with that? I mean, that took about probably a couple hours just to do that one sequence, right?
I was sitting slumped on the prison floor for I think like 6 hours. With completely blind because I've got the contacts in and light shining on me, which made it uniquely difficult to be able to take direction.
How long does the makeup take for something like that?
That particular makeup only took about an hour.
Wow.
It wasn't that bad. When they put the prosthetics in with me, oftentimes the dental trays aren't shaped in a way that works with my teeth.
It's painful.
And so we've learned through trial and error that polydent must be used.
Ah, okay.
Let me tell you, when you have to drink your meals through a straw because you have no teeth, you will bane polydent. You will hate it with a passion.
Wow.
It is disgusting.
Wow.
That was my question with the contacts. You can't see anything, or are they just like whited out contacts? Or
You can see as long as your eyes are shadowed. So when you're on set, they tend to have the light on you, especially for that scene. I had multiple lights directly on me.
So blinding you, basically.
Yeah, exactly. In the direction where, Greg Nicotero's sitting there trying to give me
Greg Nicotero's the
directions.
makeup effects person?
I believe he was directing that episode.
Oh, really? Okay, okay.
I believe he was directing. I know he does a few of them. And when he gets out there, they tend to be fairly nasty.
Anthony has his own mic now. Awesome.
That's not what he thought was coming at him.
Hey, yo.
So what I'm to say is, like, you were lying on the floor there as that walker. Were you taking a nap? Because usually walkers are either up and around or they're just leaning against it. I don't know. So what was your direction? Did they give you direction? Like, you're just taking a snooze until you see this leg come over you?
Well, you gotta remember that the zombies in this prison have been trapped inside the prison for a very, very extended period of time. So they were
10 months
they were very adamant about making sure that we're really lethargic,
right?
We're slower, we're hungry, we're kind of winding down. We haven't eaten in a year,
right? Okay.
So
that's a long time.
I the best I can figure is I was just the real lazy zombie that, because of my laziness, got the huge dividend of at least getting to taste sweet, succulent
Now, do you feel typecast because of that?
before I got a bullet to my head.
When you watch that scene, do you get aroused because everyone's seeing you do the damage? Are you getting really turned on and like, oh my God, that was me? Are you amazed?
I've always wondered what it would look like if execution style I got capped in the head, and now I can say that I don't to try and figure out a way to make this a possibility.
You've always wondered that, eh?
Not really. I do.
Not anymore.
Thank you for helping out.
Not anymore.
So Anthony, what's your
Not anymore.
We're gonna. I want to
Check
switch it
that
up
off
here.
the bucket list.
Anthony, what's your most memorable experience on set where you're just like, it was just a great time?
Probably my first day. Can you hear me? Is this thing on?
Yeah. Get up on that thing.
My first
Show who's boss.
my
Show
first
who's
day
boss.
on set.
Put your tongue back in your mouth.
I worked.
Whoa, he's got proper positioning there. Even
He was even cupping.
Cupping,
Yes.
exactly.
Mike
Excellent.
Oral.
Sorry, family. The first day I worked, I was just
Season
eating
2.
the scene that was cut, the Dead Votto scene, which is on the DVD.
Right. I've actually seen this on the DVD. Of course, they have deleted scenes, and there's a scene where they go back to the old folks' home, I guess you call it, nursing home, where to see if there's any survivors left. And
Yeah, I'm play one of the dead Vados. They're all dead. And we all have bullet holes in our head. Someone shot us in the head.
Right.
So I don't know. They didn't end up going that route, but being a huge fan of the show and getting there, and then the whole cast was in that scene.
right.
And
I like how Rick has his Magnum, and he fires 20 shots out of it without reloading.
He says, "To hell with the noise," and boom, 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 boom.
Exactly.
And the whole set smelled like barbecue chicken.
Oh my
You
God!
probably
Because you
didn't
guys
know.
are feasting on that.
Well, I wasn't. They
You
were
weren't one of
feasting on me.
Oh.
I played a dead
You were
body
being
in that.
eaten on
Yeah.
set.
Wow. I actually had been eaten.
Hey, now
I was laying
It's
there.
not that kind of movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is getting personal.
But you're getting a little excited over here.
But
Down, boy.
Norman Reedus stepped on me about 10 times, which was kind of cool.
You say, Norman, you be tripping on me. Cut it out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
So that was a cool first experience, even though you're just lying there. Was it a long day?
It was pretty long. It was
Hot?
in June, so it was hot.
Yeah.
and
I saw posts about this on Facebook for extra work, and I thought, zombie makeup, summer. I don't think so.
Well,
Not gonna do it.
It can definitely get rough.
Yeah.
However, you see, zombies melt in sunlight, so they build
Yeah.
us tents. They try and keep us cool, so
Right.
our makeup doesn't melt.
Run and stuff.
We get AC units. Directors don't.
Wow.
In a really, really hot heat if you're out
Huh.
in the sun. Yeah.
Yeah. Were either of you on the highway scene in season 2, the first episode?
No, I didn't work on that.
That looked amazingly hot, like boiling hot. I
Well,
can't imagine.
Yeah, I've heard from a
Heard
lot of
stories.
friends
It
that
must have been a hell
they
day.
were dying.
Yeah.
I know upcoming episode that I'm in, it was very, very hot. I
Ooh,
can't really go
upcoming.
into
No,
detail.
No,
but
Anthony, what happens? Tell us.
What
Who
happened was
Who dies next?
People die.
Who dies next?
You do.
Things are eaten.
Ah! Oh my
Um,
God. This season has been super strong so far. What do you guys
He
think?
can't tell you that, or he will be the next person to die
Yeah,
when
yeah.
the AMC
Well, you don't
hitmen
wanna-
come get him.
Are they gonna? They made you sign a contract. You
Oh,
can't
we
even
have to
reveal
sign,
anything,
we
right?
have to sign
They take-
waivers every day, every time we work. Yeah.
They take your
Yeah.
phones. You have to sign a waiver. You can't actually talk about it. But before you're out of here, you're gonna talk. I hate to tell you. You think that's fake makeup now? It's gonna be real blood in a second. No.
With the makeup and
You and what army?
I'm like twice the size of you guys. Let's go on to another thing. I noticed in the show you guys look fairly thin. You can't be Fat Zombie at this point, can you?
well, that's why I'm kind of in the distance most of the time.
On the first season, there were some chunky zombies. You saw some people that weren't at that eroded. But at season 3 now, everyone's looking gaunt. Unless you're in the way background.
You'll also notice a huge evolution from the first episode where you have zombies climbing
Yeah.
and running
More active.
and bashing windows with rocks, and then
Right.
absolutely never again in the series do they pick something up and use it as a tool or
Right.
climb over anything.
Really?
So
'Cause
they-
they're just
they-
too weak.
They use the pilot as like, let's get people hooked, like this is
Yeah.
scary, this is
Yeah.
scary, and then follow into the creating the rules.
Now, one of the grossest scenes from season 1, Ro, you'll like this.
I'm listening.
They actually tore open a zombie because they had to get to a truck and they had to go through a bunch of zombies to get, or walkers to get there. So they tore open a zombie. They took his guts. They took a hand. Yeah, and they draped intestines over them, a hand, so they could, and they smeared all the inner guts of the zombie walker
Awesome.
on them, so they can try to get through the crowd and get to this vehicle.
Now
Of
that's
course.
how you pick up a woman.
Exactly. I mean, because apparently if you smell like a walker, you won't be attacked by the walkers. But of course, halfway to the truck, it starts raining, and all this stuff starts melting off of them, and then the walkers are looking at him like, you smell human. So it was a pretty exciting scene, just getting to the truck and all that. You have to, when you watch it, you're going to be excited. It's very good.
Spoiler alert.
One of the
In case if you haven't watched it like I
yeah,
haven't.
guess what? We're not going to hold back any spoilers. We're going to talk about everything because if you don't watch it, you should already.
Talk
and
about
screw it.
spoiler alert. He already knows stuff in season 3.
Yeah.
Who does? What, did you guys say me?
You.
Oh, shh.
But that's right. We're going to be spoiling. You have to watch it.
You can't tell anybody now.
But I wanted to say, season 3 has been so strong every show. In fact, the last show is the first show there that Rick isn't on at all, and he's been in every show as the main guy. So, what did you guys think of the last show? It was all the governor and Michonne and.
Oh, I was waiting for the governor from episode
Really?
1.
I've heard about him, but I haven't read the graphic novel, so I don't know a lot about him. So it was great to see him and see his underhanded, charming ability to get people to do what he wants and amazing stuff. Right?
I was stoked to finally see the governor.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I was a little disappointed in how tame they made him for the air. If you read the books,
Yeah,
listen.
both
Well,
Andrea and Michonne are much happier right now.
yeah.
In every
yes.
show, characters have an arc. They're starting the governor here, but you know he's going to go into some crazy territory.
Oh
I-
yeah,
I-
yeah.
And crazier than
highly-
having a bunch of heads in an aquarium.
I highly doubt that they're actually going to follow through with the comics. Namely because AMC has shown a complete aversion to anything sexual, whereas in the comics, they get jiggy with it all the time.
Oh, really?
Andrea and Dale, Laurie and everyone.
Okay. Well, in the governor's bed at the end of the last scene, you see a
Carol
girl
and
lying.
everyone.
They allude to the fact that he just had, fooled around with that girl lying in his bed, and he goes off to that room.
Yeah.
So they're gonna, I guess you gotta be careful. It's funny though, you can have all this
Fooling around is one thing. In the
actual
comics, they don't exactly say yes.
You know what? It's so bizarre.
He
like,
takes a very frat boy approach, minus the
oh,
roofies.
well, it's like
Ooh.
raping. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, a frat boy approach.
Okay. Well, at least it's not gonna get her pregnant because then the body shuts the whole thing down.
Ooh, you must be Republican.
No, I'm just obviously I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
Horrible. No. Don't say that, Alan.
Oh, he got
I'm
you.
independent. No, of course, that's horrible. I was thinking, though, it's funny that you can have violence of, like, people being stabbed in the eye, shot in the face, and, like, sex is frowned upon. Like, you can have things being chopped off of people, but, oh, no, we can't show the sex.
AMC is very funny. I've got a friend of mine is this tiny little girl, and they were gonna shoot a scene where Norman comes up and like does a head stab, and they ended up having to change her out for another zombie because they were like, AMC will reject it. They won't like it.
I was wondering about that because the very first kill that Rick has in the season premiere of season 1 is the little girl in the bathrobe, which I thought that's you're gonna start the show killing a girl. It was amazingly brutal.
Like I said, broke all the rules episode
Yeah,
1,
sure did
and
to
then
get people. Yeah, I was
Did
wondering
they
about that.
like drop the hammer on you guys after
Well,
episode 1? Or?
didn't Manson and people like this teach us the shock the censor approach? You shock people's values,
right.
and all of a sudden they're more interested, whether they start from a hey, this seems pretty cool,
Yeah.
or a oh my god, I can't believe they did that, what sort of other atrocities are they gonna put on? And before you know it, you're still hooked. Ha ha.
Yeah, killing kids on camera is kind of frowned upon in a lot of media.
And that's why I don't videotape anything.
Oh.
Hey, but dead baby jokes can be pretty awesome.
Right.
They are. Some of them are
And
pretty
you got to
funny.
kill a few kids to have some good dead baby
That's
jokes.
right.
I just want to say that I love AMC, and I don't object to anything they do.
On that note, let's take some music. We got to take a little breaky poo. So, Ro, it's the Halloween show on the TMI show, and we'll be right back.